How is it going, guys? Dr.135 here, and I am coming at you with a Dragon's Dogma opinion / review type dealio and why you guys should get it. Because today I was just asking around and was like telling all my friends to get this game, and they're like, why? It's not even that good. And so this video is gonna prove them wrong. First of all, Dragon's Dogma is open world RPG. It's made by Capcom, which generally makes like the Street Fighter series, and even though those games suck, this game does not. I repeat, it does not suck. It's amazing, mind-blowing. At first I was questioning it, you know, there's a little bit of a learning curve to it, but after like a few hours into the game I was ready. I was slaying beasts, I had my equipment, I had my pawn. I was having a grand old time, as they say, with a cup of ale. But what really makes this game special is the combat. Like, it has, if you ever seen Dark Souls gameplay or played Dark Souls or Demon's Souls, it's much like that, but not to the like extreme extent where it's impossible. Like this, it's fun, but with the challenge. Like every fight you have, it's a challenge. There's different strategies you can use. There's different setups you can use. Like you're not even limited to your setup. For example, when you fight a Cyclops, if you want, you can knock off its helmet and then you can take out its eye, blinding it with lightning. Or you could hit its weapon arm and make it drop its weapon, and everything makes it easier to fight. No matter what you do, you can just knock off its armor. Or if you're fighting like a Chimera, you would chop off the tail first, because that's the snake, and it'll reach out and grab you, and then you can attack the goat, because that's the range thing, and it shoots like weird spit fireballs at you. And then you go for the line. Like there's different methods for each fight you do, and you gotta be careful because your health does not regenerate like in most games. It's a very good system they have, and it seemed like they took a bit of a risk with this game, but I feel entirely, and I think you guys should feel, that it has paid off. The graphics in it are actually surprisingly good, and the environments are varied, they're exciting, they're different all the time. Like just today I was playing and it's been forest and forest and forest, and then all of a sudden I'm hunting this griffin, and wow, I go to this whole new area. I didn't even know it existed, and it was windy, and the wind, it affects your movement and makes you really slow. So there's even like environmental kind of variety that I guess there is in the game, and it can affect you in many ways. Like there's rock slides that come and they can knock you down and like kill you if it comes to that. Like the environment varies, and it's incredible. And another, like, man, I'm gonna stutter again, but another environment thing that there is the night. See, the night plays a big role in this game, because in the nighttime your visibility is limited to like 5 feet. Like you can't even see in front of you, and you're supposed to fight like undead and griffins and cyclopses in the dark when you can't even see where they are. Like it's pretty hard, guys, and it's not something to be taken lightly. So that's why whenever you plan your quest, you always want to go in the morning. You want to stay at the inn, you want to save up, like, and then go straight at the break of dawn, and then you have all day. And if sometimes if you can't make it back, go to the nearest like encampment that there is or rest spot and just stay the night, because really it's not worth the risk, because it gets 10 times more challenging at night, and you don't want to take that risk, right? But another thing Dragon's Dogma has going for it is the pawn system, and I feel they did a bang-on job with this. See, the pawns are basically a fancy word for your teammates or your squad or whatever you want to say. You have your main pawn, which you make at the start, and you can customize, you can give them weapons, you level them up, and that. But then you get 2 other pawns, which you can, they don't level up with you, but you can hire them and take them on quests with you to help you out. But where it gets really interesting is it connects the community, because you can hire other people's pawns and they can hire your pawn, and it just interconnects, and then you leave comments saying on what they could do to improve or what they did well, and you rate their pawns so other people know how useful they're. And I was mind blown. Like once I understood how to use it to my advantage, it became like a heaven saver. Like it helped me so much. Now I have like 60,000 Rift Crystal points or whatever, and I'm hiring like pawns like 10 levels above me just to help me out with the tough enemies, because let's face it, some of those enemies can be hard. Like, it's no walk in the park, this game. It's hard. Like, there's challenges to it. There's no doubt about that. But I said all the positives now, but since this is kind of a review, I gotta list some negatives with it. First of all, I didn't find it did too well introducing me to the game and how to work it, you know? I didn't, like, I was a little confused off the start and what I was supposed to do in the game. But that's such a minor complaint, it's not even funny. After like the first 2-3 hours, I was good and I knew what I was doing. But you really gotta focus. One thing you'll learn soon enough is you really have got to focus on the dialogue, or when you're like accepting a quest, because it can lead you to very important key hints. And another thing about your pawns is if they've done that quest, they can give you information about it. Like, another cool thing, right? Another negative about this game is sometimes the lighting. I know they did this on purpose, but I don't feel it always enhances your experience. Like, I understand the nighttime thing. That is incredible. Do not change it. The daytime, it looks beautiful. Like, the environments look so good in my opinion. But it's when you get into shaded areas, all the colors seem muffled. It gets kind of hard to see, and you're not supposed to use torches during them, so you can't really brighten it up. So, I don't know. I wish the lighting would be a little better in shaded areas, but once again, such a minor complaint. But I understand in other reviews where Dragon's Dogma lost its points is the story isn't too incredible, it's not too mind-blowing, it's a little cliche, you know, somebody steals your heart, you're dead, you're risen again, you're gonna go save the world. They kind of did that in what is it, Amulet Reckoning or whatever that game is, and you die and you come back and it's in a fantasy world. But anyways, the story is kind of weak, but then again, I'm only, what, like, well, I'm far in it, but nonetheless. But overall, this is an incredible game, and you guys need to get this game. I am not even kidding. The customization in it is incredible. Like, you're not limited to one class. Like, you can start off as a fighter, a strider, a mage, which is just like an arrow man, swordsman, and a mage, right? But then you can expand. You can be like a magic archer. You could be a magic knight. You could be a strider. You could, or not a strider, a ranger. Like, if you start off a knight, you can end up as a mage if you want. It doesn't matter. Like, and that's just another cool thing. It adds replayability. That's what it's about. You want a game which you can play a long, long time. So, my final opinions for this game is, if you are a true RPG fan, or just like even a fan of a good time, this game is for you. It is challenging at the start, and it's challenging towards the end, but it is worth it. You feel accomplishments, you feel this good sense of, like, just great feeling every time you kill one of those huge enemies, and there's a lot of huge enemies in the game. So, my end score, I'm giving it an 8.5 out of 10, just due to the fact that the story is a little weak. I do have to kind of dock off points for that. But 8.5 out of 10, guys, and that's really good. So, please, if you want to see more of this kind of diddle-daddle stuff, well, just leave a comment, you know? And like, favorite, subscribe. It'll help me out so much. And anyways, I will see pretty faces later.